Okay, hello everybody. Everybody being approximately 2 of you, but you know what? It's better than 0. How is everybody today? Yes, it has been approximately forever since I last streamed. You know, things and stuff. I am bad at streaming. Oh. Where'd my music go? Ah. There we go. I'm bad at streaming and I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah. Anyways, this stream mostly is going to be about, character design, tweaking these character designs of mine. They're meant for a comic, so they are pretty simplistic, but, that's kind of the point. But I still want to give them some more details, some more, personality. 'Cause in my brain, these two have lots of personality, but looking at them, no, they don't really. I like these pieces still, but, you know, it has been a while since I drew them. So yeah, if you have any questions about designing characters specifically for comics or for simpler stuff, how to do something that's easily repeatable, that kind of thing, feel free to ask. For now, I will just be explaining this guy here. This is Vera. Here, let me make some notes. This is Vera. They do not have a first name right now, they just go by their last name. They use he, they pronoun. Why did I do that? Whatever. They are a English teacher. Oh god, my handwriting. Oh, whatever. They are kind of serious, but like put on an air of lightheartedness at school while being a teacher. They want to seem chill. They want to seem like, reliable. People can come to them for whatever they need. But after school, they are very much into nightlife culture, going clubbing with their bestie. She is not one of these characters that I am redesigning today. I didn't want to get too much into it today, because these two are like pretty central to the story. The other character less so. His name is Mingy. He's less central. Vera is the main character, and there's another secondary main character that we won't be talking about today. They don't even have a name yet. I just call them Child. But I really wanted to tweak these designs because I really like drawing these two, but I always am changing stuff when I'm drawing them. So I wanted to try and cement their designs more, get them closer to final. I don't know if this will actually be the final form. Who knows? So some things I want to add or change. I want to add some asymmetry. Oh my god, how do you spell symmetry? That doesn't look right. Symmetry? Let me look this up. Oh, damn. Okay. I completely got this end wrong. ASYMMETRY. Okay. Damn. That's a weird way to spell a word. I want to add asymmetry to their design, because the only really asymmetrical thing about them right now is their hair. Their part is to the side, and they have this beauty mark, but like that's so small that it's hard to tell. And their bag, but their bag isn't always on them. They only wear their bag at school, and even then they just kind of carry it around in between classes. So like they don't, that's the only asymmetrical part of their design that reads in their silhouette really well, and it's not a permanent part of their design. Like they don't wear this bag all the time, and even if they did, it's the same color as their vest. So if they wore it like this, let me get a better color for that. Like, if they wore it like this, it would totally blend in because they're the same colors. So I want to either give them a bag or, you know, get something, like maybe some hanging shirt. They aren't like quite a tidy character. They don't really express themselves too much through their clothes, at least in this stage of the character design. They don't do much like that because they are masking all the time. That's what the story is about. The story is about figuring out your gender stuff and you know, comparing and contrasting against other people to see what fits you best. Oh, okay. I'm getting an ad on a copyrighted music video. Weird. So we will be not having music for a second. There we go. There he is. Okay. Might have to change what music I'm listening to in a minute here. Something else I would like to work on is their out of work outfit. Not at work. How do I say that good? Their free time outfit? I am not sure. Non-work. I'll just put that. Yeah. So, I don't have much I want to change about Vera because I have been developing him for a while. Like, his first design, like, they weren't even a teacher or anything. It was a love story at first. It was like a cute romance. They do not have any romance in this one because it's not really what it is about. Maybe I'll do a side story where they find someone, but I don't know. It's just not important for them at this juncture. Anyway, let's get rid of this. Oh. There. I'll shrink Vera down a little bit just to make some room for my sketches. I've been working a lot smaller lately. This usually I work on a 40 by 40 inch canvas. I don't know why I wanted it to be that huge, but yeah, I usually work really big, but I've been working a lot smaller lately, and chunkier, just because it's fun and I want to simplify stuff, especially for these characters, because they're for a comic, and I don't think I can draw a million panels of this art style. So, you guys are also getting a little preview of my chunkier art style today. I don't think I've posted any like stuff that I've drawn in this new art style yet. Like, I posted it to my friends on Discord, but unless you follow me on Instagram or DeviantArt, where I have uploaded a new profile picture, then you probably wouldn't have seen this. Yeah, it's very fun. I've had like quite a long stint there where drawing was not fun. That's the reason I haven't uploaded much, because I haven't been drawing because I wasn't having any fun while drawing. So I just didn't. But I've been drawing a lot of K-pop fan art lately, and that has made it fun to draw again. Because when you draw what you like what you draw. What? It has been a moment in my life because I am silly and forgot that drawing is supposed to be fun and not a chore. Yes. So I'm just doing base shapes right now. Most of Vera's shapes are quite round and friendly, giving off the chill, cool young teacher vibes. Seeing as most of their story revolves around their relationship with one of their students, not in a creepy way, in a mentor way. Like, I wanted them to be quite approachable, because this student does not approach people in general, but the student catches them after work when they're all disheveled and stinky and horrible, and they think that Vera sees them, and he does, but the next day at school, they are in their uniform and they are very femme presenting, whereas last night he saw a teenage boy in a hoodie with a mask on, and like Vera does not recognize them the next day, but they think that he does. Oh, thank you, Bonnie Brody. I've been working. I've been trying. They think that Vera has recognized them, so they confront Vera the next day at school, and Vera's like, I don't know who you are. But, you know, after a minute, he does recognize them, and then they have a fun little secret bond in the least creepy way possible, to help each other out and stuff. It's fun and silly. Found family. Yay. Sorry, that. Okay. Let's get this bod. Nice round, very bean. Might be a little too round. Not round, wide and tall. Because the head is going to be bigger proportion wise than in this style. This style. Like, this style's pretty cartoony already, but you know what? I've been going back to my roots. My roots being Triangle Nose, Casey Golden? Is that her name? I forget. But as a 16-year-old, I almost completely stole Casey Golden's art style on purpose. Like, I was like, I'm going to draw like that now. Triangle Nose, everything. But, you know, eventually I changed that. I didn't like it anymore. I didn't want to do Triangle Nose. But it's been a while since I have drawn cartoonily, and it is very fun. I very much enjoy being cartoony with how I draw. It makes me happy. To simplify stuff after so many years of adding detail and adding detail until I couldn't fit anymore. And I got lazy and I didn't want to do it anymore. What pose should he be in? Probably a pretty similar one. Yeah, this is my OC Vera. They're a teacher. The story that they're in is going to be a comic, so right now I'm just working on simplifying their design down a little, trying to make it make sense more, give them a little asymmetry, have fun actually drawing them more frequently, because I do draw them frequently for how often I draw, but you know, being able to draw them 17 times in a row in their current form is not going to work out so good for me, I don't think. I drew his head too big and now I have to keep shrinking. Here, mark out where this feats. There. Yes. It's hard to... Oh, when did I hit the line tool? Oh, right, when I was doing the line for the feet. It's hard to simplify a design while also making it still as unique as you want it to be. I think that one of my favorite things that I decided on for Vera is the diamonds on the jacket. Like, it's like subtext, it's like silly subtext about how most of their shapes are very round and cute and approachable, but the diamonds on their jacket signify their edgier side, their nightlife, their bar crawling side. Because juxtaposition is one of my favorite concepts in the world. Ask any of my friends, I say the word juxtaposition multiple times a day. It's not a common word exactly to say constantly. I thank you for the luck. It is very silly for such a concept to make me so excited every single time I see it. I'm like, what do you mean that they are serious on the outside but silly once you get to know them? Let's not talk about my childhood in regards to this. I'm kidding. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm a big boy. I'm a brave boy. I want to make their feet a little closer this time. One tip that I learned forever ago that has stuck in my head just ever since is characters that are portrayed as like smarter or calmer or collected, they're often posed with their feet like right up against each other. So they, like, if you see, for some reason the only character I can think of with this is the mean guy from Danganronpa, but he, like, you'll see poses like this, where one foot's tucked behind the other, and that just gives like cool smart guy vibes. I don't know why, but it works every time. I guess it's because it's more closed off, and if you are cool and smart, you are closed off. I don't know. I did not use this guideline even slightly. Like, that, neither of these feet are on the guideline. Whatever. Loafers are hard to draw, man. I don't know why I gave like 4 of the characters in my comic, I think, have loafers. Vera has loafers, Mingy has loafers. This knee is too high up. I guess it's just like if you are in a school. The setting of this story is incredibly nebulous. It's like half Western public school, half Japanese high school, and another half Korean school. Most of the vibes of this are based off of K-dramas and like the plot beat structure, because I just enjoy that kind of structure of plot, the way that a lot of K-dramas do their plot beats. I like the silly cliffhangers and stuff. I think it's fun. I don't know. I want to make people do the silly, kick their feet. The leggies are too long. Like I do when I watch K-dramas. That's the fun part, is being silly. I love to be silly. I actually drew these references for a video. I was going to make a video about these characters and like my story for them, but I started writing the script and it was so hard. I hate writing scripts. I hate reading them. Like, I know that I could just do it off the cuff, but I feel like I'd be really nervous the whole time and not get any words out my mouth. What should we do with the arms? Let me flip this first. If you do deform on Paint Tool Sai and hold shift, you can deform directly to the side, and that's one of my favorite things about Paint Tool Sai, is that it's so easy to deform like that. I hate that you can't do like the one in the middle. You can't move it. Like, you can move where the cross goes somehow. I don't remember how. Maybe control? Nope. Alt? Nope. You can move it somehow. I forget. I've done it before. But, like, that doesn't affect how the middle is shaped. So that's very frustrating. Arms. I guess I will just, like, put this one in their pocket. I know, I'm not doing construction shapes, but arm and pocket is literally the easiest thing to draw without construction shapes, because you just kind of do double, what do you call this shape? Mike and Ike? Double Mike and Ikes, and then add the clothing-y bits on there. Okay, why not make a little wave? Chunk. Resists the urge to do a peace sign. Oh, whoops. That's not the marker. I think this is probably the part that has the biggest difference, besides like the face, the difference in bodies is I have chunked my hands out. Like, I love doing chunky hand now. It is just more fun to do big old chunko fingers. It's easier for me. Also, I am going to make this finger look like it's facing the right way though. Down to size. I very much miss my old monitor because this monitor is technically a very tiny TV. So that's why all of my stuff is so big, and why I have to scroll this up and down is because I can't change the resolution of this monitor, and it sucks to use, especially when playing games. It's a really weird, like 1750 by something. It's just not a very common resolution. That's why you can't see any of my layers also, because it's way over here. It's too far away, you can't see it. Another thing that's changed in my rendering style, not rendering, my chunkier, simpler style, is how I've been shaping out hair. I'm making it a lot more shapy instead of just like smooth and pretty. But that I put that into my more complicated stuff now too, because it looks good if you do more angles. Like, I've known forever the advice of doing curves and straights and stuff, like doing a I'm so far away, doing a curve and then doing a straight and then another curve instead of just that. Like, this is my new favorite way to do a piece of hair, is giving it like a peak instead of just like doing the hair. It's just a lot more fun for me, and I learned that from drawing K-pop boys, because all of their hair has good shapes, and if you do the shape wrong, it doesn't look like the boy. I would bring a example out, but I think that I set my stream up so that you guys can see into my files, and I don't want to show you my files. What if there's secrets in there? I don't know if there are. It's like when you leave the grocery store without buying anything, and you're like, man, I hope that they didn't know that I am stealing, and you're not stealing. That's what it feels like. Chunk. That should be good enough for the body for now. You can see how much chunkier it is from this perspective. I might actually shrink my sketch again, just so that when I line this, the texture on the brush I'm using shows up good. I've been using this brush, which is, here's all the settings for it. I think you can see that. Yeah, you can. At 8 point, which if I like do a quick line of the ear, you can tell how much chunkier that is from how I was doing it before. I've also barely been using any stabilizer for line art. I've been doing chicken scratch, like on purpose, sort of. Not in a way where it's like this, more in like a catching the end of the line type of thing. It's just fun. I put that directly on top of my sketch. I did not make a new layer. Oh well. There we go. Fixed. Yeesh, beautiful. This is definitely the most different part. Beautiful. I still love how this like face style looks, but I just have been going a lot simpler, such as here's how I draw noses. Not exactly that, but like I've been going really like a line. Since their nose is round, I do bring it up a little higher on the end just to show that shape. And then the hatching on the nose like usually follows the rest of the shape, so it implies, like sometimes I'll do up here too if it is needed. I don't know if it is this time, but I guess we'll find out. Let me lighten that guideline. It's too dark. I can't see what I'm doing. Peak eraser. I was gonna say there, but I didn't like it. So it just came out as the. Yeah. Move this nose down a little. Move these in the middle. Yeah. Like this is a more of a pose for how they are at school, so they're going to seem way chiller than they are, because most of the story is, or at least most of the beginning of the story is taking place at the school, so they have their appearances put up. They are chilling on the outside. I just like them, and I think that they are silly. And it's fun to talk about, especially with my friend who is a writer, has written like 500,000 words this year, and they refuse to call that cool because most of it is fan fiction, but like, girl, you still wrote 500,000 words. That's not something to scoff at, like, even if it is based on something else. 'Cause I think that's cool. Art is art, even if it is derivative of other things. Let's get them lips real juicy. That looks weird. Good enough. Okay, now their eyeball. Well, is no more face. You don't get a face. So, anybody been drawing anything cool lately? I've mostly been drawing K-pop boys, as discussed. I'm trying to start up my online sticker shop. Well, sticker shop is a little limiting. My online shop in general for stickers. And other stuff like prints and stuff, but since I've been doing conventions for, this will be my 3rd year doing like tabling at conventions, I want to put some of my stuff on the internet because not everybody lives in rural Ontario. Rural. I just said rur. Not everybody lives where I live, and like most of the people who watch me do not live even in Canada, so losing on revenue. I don't know if I should separate my store with my K-pop merch and my like original art slash anime fan art stuff. I think not, but also maybe yes, because I've been doing a lot of like, edits and stuff for K-pop. I love K-pop. I've always loved K-pop, like forever. It is one of my special interests. But like I don't know how much overlap of fans we got there. Like it wouldn't take away any of the other stuff that's on there, but I don't know, I like sorting stuff, and if it's different stuff, I don't know, it feels weird to just have it all. It wouldn't feel weird if it was like at my table. That's not as physical of a space. Or it is a physical space, so I could physically separate them with signs and what have you. But like I have a username and like branding for my editing account for K-pop edits. It is. Art is hard. I have been doing a lot of not art lately. But I have all this branding and stuff for my edit account, which is K-pop based. And then I'm like, should I just do a separate shop for the K-pop stuff? I don't know. It's not like a huge thing, but it is a thing. And I am silly about it. Good enough. Yes, so I've been doing a lot more, I guess you could call them studies, but they're so cartoony, like caricatures. I hate to call them that, but you know, drawing K-pop artists have made me have fun drawing again. So it's a little silly to separate them, my K-pop art and my normal art. Even to call them my K-pop art and my normal art feels silly because it's just all my art. But I know how people are about K-pop. They're really weird. It's a musical genre, guys. Chill. I don't know. Just things. Just thinking. What is going on with this face? I really wish there was a liquify tool in Paint Tool Sci. Like, there's only the deform tools. There's not actually any, like, move it around. There's the smudge tool, which does that. But, like, I can't actually, like, if I want to bring up this cheek or something. Nah, fam. That's nothing. So I have to, like, selectively grab stuff. And I can't pull out from this point because it does that. I have bought, I bought a copy of Clip Studio which I want to start using. But I really hate the stabilizer on there. How your, like, the circle of your pen, of where your cursor is, it stays with the line, but I want to know where my oh, a G. I want to know where my actual mouse is. Like, if I crank up this stabilizer, the line stays back there, but I can see where my cursor is. And it doesn't do that in Clip Studio, and I hate it, and I don't like using it. But I'm saving up for a screen tablet, and then it'll be much easier to tell where my cursor is because it's where my hand is. That eye is still too high up. I've moved it like 6 times. And that's too far. There. Well, almost forgot the beauty mark. Get them lashes in. Yeah, 3's good. Let's grab him. Doing a lot of adjusting. I don't actually know if we will get to Mangi today because I forgot that drawing takes time. And it's fine. I like just working on Vera. Vera's the main character. They deserve all of the love and attention. I do want to give them more of a sharp cat eye type thing. Once again, I love juxtaposition, so the soft Fluttershy type eye shape, but with a sharper corner, it making me happy. I especially want to work more on their after school type design, because like how they carry themselves will change, and I just have not drawn that many times. I've drawn them after school like once, and it didn't look good. I drew it bad, so I don't think I'm gonna draw them like that again. I think I'm going to try again in a different way, because that is like 90% of character design is just trying things until they look good or tell the story you want to tell. It's very easy to get overwhelmed with all of the possibilities of what a character can be or should be. So just keep drawing them like 700 times, especially for something meant for a series of illustrations or for a comic or for a just something that you have to do over and over again. Animation, especially do iterations so that you know what you like to draw and what you are comfortable drawing that many times. Because when I first drew Vera, their hair was way more complicated. Right now it is very chunked out into, this is even more steps than I want to do, but they have this chunk, which is made out of familiar shapes to me. They have this chunk, and then they have the back chunk, which carries down into like the bits on their neck, and then they have their sideburny thing, a chunk, and then the dewy. That's not too many chunks. Like, it's a lot of chunks, sure, but it's less chunks than you would think, just, like, looking at the silhouette of it, looking at the shape. I don't know. That is another thing that drawing K-pop boys has brung me in benefit, is getting better at actually chunking out how the hair works, and like which bits go where, and doing depth in hair, like doing multiple layers, doing the inside layer of a hair, because the hair isn't just this, it's also the stuff behind that. Like your hair's more like a sheet, really, than clumps. But it's a lot of sheets that are kind of thick. Especially if your hair is straight, then it kind of gives like this vibe. Like this is the inside. Straight hair is a lot like that, whereas curly hair is more chunks based, I've found. It's hard to explain. I hope that makes sense. Here, I can show you what I mean by the chunks now, because they have a side part here. Like, I draw out their part and their hairline first, just because there's been a lot of styles that I've drawn recently that show at least a part of the forehead, and it's good practice too for styles that don't. Like, say if they had blunt bangs like me, if you go up past their hairline with splits like this, it kind of makes them look kind of bald if they don't have like a hairline behind it. Like, it makes them look like they've got a big forehead if you do the splits too high up. It don't look good. So knowing where that hairline is for the very tallest of the splits really helps with not making your characters look like they got 5 head. I like to follow the hairline before like rounding out, in most cases at least, cause it just makes it look fuller, like rounding out like that, instead of like doing this. If you follow and then round, it makes it look like a part instead of like a zigzag part, I guess. Hard to explain. I'm gonna make this more shapy. Like, their hair is fluffy and round, but if it's more shapy, then it, like, I don't know, it just makes my brain happy, I guess. I already forget. Oh, right, there's another roundy bit. Another wave. I also think I've just been drawing hair a little bit too close to the skull. Like, not voluminous enough. For most of my characters anyway. Like, if you look at Mingi, let me bring him up. Come here, boy. His skull's like this. So, like, he's got a good bit of little distance, but it should be more considering this distance. So, you know. I also did draw Mingi again with these fixed, because that's way too messy. We need more shape. Good shape. make shape combine so that it makes sense more. There we go. Let me get rid of this bit. What are you doing over there? Weird. I'm actually gonna get rid of this loose hair because I want this to like cover their cheek and go all the way to the side of their face. That might be too high up, actually. Because this is just the front piece. There's other pieces behind it that I want to be higher. Shrink. Turn. There. Okay. Kind of shrunk their forehead, but whatever. Okay. Grab another chunk. Chunk up the chunk. Trying to do more of that straights and curves. I want them to have like medium length hair. How did I? Oh, I really tucked it behind there on them. That's one thing you should do in your character designs also, is try to make it memorable to yourself. Because having to check your reference constantly for your own character, especially for something like a comic character, sucks. It sucks to have to constantly check if you're doing it right. Because, you have to draw them 7 million times. So it just coming to you naturally, even if you forget like a detail or two and you have to check once or twice. That's fine. But having to constantly check like how their hair works and stuff, that sucks. It's not fun. Maybe I should just do 2 chunks to simplify it. Let's get there. Too many. There. Beautiful. I've forgotten to drink my drink this whole time. I'm drinking a milk tea. It's very delicious and yummy. Although it's pretty watered down by now. Because I put ice in it and it's been an hour and a half. Ew, tangent. Don't touch the jaw. Bad. I think I will still do 3 chunks for this side though, just because this doesn't count as much. Let's do that, and then something more like, don't like that. Iteration. Kind of vibing with this song. Very chill. There, beautiful. That's Vera. Let's get their little. There have been many a times where I have drawn Vera and I'm just like, who is that? I've never seen this person before in my life. Like, it just doesn't look like them. I don't know how exactly to put it, because, like, of course it looks like Vera. You drew them. That's what they look like now. And it's not like they have a super specific likeness or anything. It's very cartoony in not a very specific way. Like, he's hard to define. But sometimes I draw him and he doesn't look like him. So something's going on there. I don't know what's going on. But do I ever? Do I ever know what's going on? The answer is no. Confused is one of my biggest personality traits. I do not know what's going on. In general. Just erase these sillies. I think this needs to be more, like, have more. This needs to come out more, but it's also too long. Give me that. I want it to come out to, like, just above their chin. Now I've got to redraw their face. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Let's get this part a little lower too. I finagle a lot. I be finagling. Don't want it to touch their nose. That's for sure. One thing about me is I be finagling. When I'm zooming out like that, I am looking at the overall shape of the hair. I'm not just, like, doing nothing. I don't know. I don't know what you might think I might be doing, but this part is weird. I don't like it being there. I do think at some point in this story that Vera is going to grow out their hair, even if just a little. Like, their hair is already long at the beginning. They are already questioning funky gender stuff, but not consciously. They just kind of exist and then are confused. They exist and their body goes, we want to be genderqueer. Like, they have long hair for a boy, in quotation marks, at the beginning of the story too. It's just that they grew it out on purpose later. Like that. Yeah. Let me just get this curve a little more extreme. They do have curly hair. It will look better with the rendering. Okay. Onto the clothes. This is where I wanted to implement more asymmetry. But first, silly cardigan. I made a Pinterest board for this comic idea, and like half of Vera's board is just green cardigans. They love green and they love cardigans. Kill them. Sue them. Hang them. Burn them as the witch they are. How dare they like green cardigans? You can't just do that. I don't know if I did these folds even slightly logically. Good enough. I don't care that much. Kinda wanna make this smaller though. Like that. Rounder. It is a chunky. It is a chunky knit. Or whatever material it is made out of. I should know. I sew. It's a chunky cardigan. It's either knit or crochet. I don't know. Probably knit. If it was crochet, I'd have a lot more rendering to do on it. I don't want to. It's interesting to both add detail and take detail away in different ways. Like, their vest was very plain, but most of the times when I've drawn them recently, I have given their cardigan, like, not their vest. I've given their vest like a pattern, like the cool S, but you kind of connect it all like this, but make it rounder, and then it makes a silly, like, you know, texture. Looks like sweater texture. If you just, like, repeat it. I forget where I learned this. It was probably a YouTube short or something like that. If I find the person who did it, then I will, like, link it after this stream is over. But, you know, like that. And I just do 2 of these, like another one over here. Just for texture, because I like texture, like that, just so it has some interest instead of just being flat in there. Like, you want areas of visual rest, of course, but it was just so plain before. Also, we have the entirety of the khakis to visually rest. I think I made their eyes too big, but I don't think I can do anything about that right now. I'll change it in the line work. It's fine. Let's get their silly cardigan thingy. And the pocket that they are sticking their one hand into so that they seem cool and chill. One thing I've been doing lately also, because they are chubby and I want them to seem chubby and not just wide, is like tucking their cardigan behind their belly so that it reads more as a belly and not just like a general wideness. Just putting it behind there because it is a 3D mass, and the curvature of their form would hide their other half of their sweater, even if it was laying flat against them. Like, it wouldn't look like this. this gives that they're just like flat there instead of coming out at the stomach. Like I tried to do it a little, but I didn't commit. You gotta commit. Now I have to hit the back button a bunch of times because I just drew on top of my sketch instead of, making a new layer to explain things. Why would I do that? Ew. Low selection. Yeah. Did you? Like that. His shoulder's too far out, but do I care? Yes. I think I'm just gonna make this shoulder also far out instead of making this one thinner. Let's see, vest. We love vest. Vest is best friend. Now should I tuck their vest in maybe? Maybe halfway? Add some asymmetry, Yeah, sure, why not? To the top of the page. And then a little into the bottom of the vest. Like that. Now I know this kind of goes exactly against what I just said about not obscuring the belly, but I think that it works because the vest is over top. Like the vest sticks out over the sweater. No. I don't know. I'm making it up. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but I actually had no idea what I'm doing. I don't know. Let me see how it looks with the dress shirt underneath. So that's what really determines it, if it looks good while not a v-neck shirt. Why is their head so far forward? Yeah. I'll fix that later. If I remember. Probably won't, but who cares? I do think that I will just finish this sketch and then head out, because even though I am having fun, my body hates me and I am in pain always, especially if I sit upwards and try to be cool and normal. My body hates when we're normal. Ew. I don't know if I like that. Like, I don't think I like that. It's not his vibe. Like, he's trying to seem chill, but not that hard. Like, he's trying to seem professionally chill. Like, oh yes, Vera, they're a pleasure to have in class type vibes, except they are the teacher. I have no idea if that makes sense, but like, you get it. They constantly seek validation, and they don't want somebody to call them out for being unprofessional, so they just pretend that they are okay, that they are chilling. That's way too far out. Hey. Whew. Why am I winded? I have not moved. No, it's too long. I want to be able to see at least part of their, like, top of their pants. I feel like if I do a full tuck in though, that will feel like they're old and not chillin' being 23. I am going to have to look up more reference for how this part of the body works on people with more weight, especially in the stomach. Just the overlapping of like the stomach and then the fabric that is under the stomach sort of vibes. Because like his stomach is supposed to come down to here, but that kind of means that the fabric under the stomach would stop on the underside. But maybe I'll just make it really short. I don't know. Hard to explain. Hard to think out fully. I'm trying to think of it more 3D than just like a bulge to the side. Like it is a fully round form. If they were standing on to the side, they'd look like this. And I want to draw that good and not just like skinny but wide, you know? Trying to get better at that. But it is a different thing to draw than a skinny person, so it is like a different skill set to draw. It's hard to learn more ways of drawing bodies than just one, which I thought I was doing this whole time, but no, I was just drawing skinny but wide version, when the fat on a human body affects all parts of the body, which, like, duh, but I was I was not doing that. But then again, I have not been drawing characters that have diverse body types as of late, because I have been drawing K-pop boys, and like the most diversity we got in there is more muscular or short. Like there's not many idols who are even like sort of chubby. I love Changbin. I should draw more Changbin, because Changbin is both chubby and muscular, and I love him just because he's very silly. Yeah, I should draw Changbin if I want to practice bodies. I did use Changbin as a body reference for, not a body reference, but like more of a shape and pose reference, and then I used, what's his name? Wonho, I think, for the body, because he's mwah, beautiful body, like muscular, really muscular, but like in a round way, not in a sharp way. Hard to explain. Look up a picture. Who's that guy with the big titties from K-pop? I really want to know who comes up when you Google that. That doesn't look right, but what am I gonna do about it? Not much. Got my khakis on. And my loafs. Yay, I don't have to draw the back of the loafer. It's the worst part. I hate drawing the back of the loafer. I hate him. If I saw him walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing. Let's get more. Especially since I've been drawing mostly busts, to be honest, because it is fun and drawing is drawing. Not drawing anything is worse than drawing a 3/4 bust. But since I've been doing that, I have not been practicing pants folds, which are hard, and I don't like doing them. But like, it's kind of necessary. At least like khaki type pants do not crease nearly as much as jeans. Jeans, like the bottom of the jeans is like super, at least in a loose jeans situation, much more like in my baggy jeans. Some chill ass vacation music. I shouldn't sing along with it because I do not know if I am in sync with it. Probably not. Just know that I am vibing. You can tell how much I am bad at drawing shoes by the way I go silent. Eee. Grab a little fold out of that like that. It's a little too symmetrical. Ooh, I don't want to deal with it though. Another thing I'll change in the line art. There. Beautiful. Not like super beautiful, but you know. Good enough, good enough. Okay. Now about that symmetry problem. Maybe he should just like have a bag. Because bro is straight down the middle, symmetrical on everything except for his hair. Currently. For, at least for, like, lines for his uncolored form. He is completely symmetrical. Actually, from his colored form, he's completely symmetrical. It's hard to explain. I'm bad at explaining things in general. While I think about it, diamonds. I'm very glad that I enjoy drawing around the clothing folds. like figuring out how it would curve and stuff, because if I didn't like it, then this diamonds pattern would be a nightmare. Honestly, I first figured out how to do this on a stream, on the stream where I drew Kuromi. Here's a good example. Like, this is the top of a diamond. Since it's going on over the fold, and the fold is like curved like this, that means you gotta move all of these lines that way. So you have to go and like that. Ta-da! Just add another fold line in there, just to extra super explain why it's doing that. It's kind of the wrong size, but like, you get the point I'm making. Is that it goes there. Like, this is the worst. This curving of fabric. Because this is all the same diamond, but it's at a weird angle, so it's hard to tell. It doesn't need to be perfect, because I'm quite literally doing this as a sketch, and in a way that is supposed to be simple for me to draw over and over again. Which, this probably would not be simple for other, not like, oh, I'm so better than everybody else because I can draw diamonds, but in like this would not be a sustainable way to draw a character design for a lot of people, and I completely get that. I'm a little crazy for hand drawing a diamond pattern on my character every time. Like, I could just use, like, it's totally fine to just use a pattern brush on stuff like this. It does not have to follow the curves of the clothing. Especially for comic work. Like, if you look at a bunch of mangaka, like, they use screen tones for this exact reason. Like, if your character has polka dots or whatever in their design, you're gonna use a polka dot screen tone, not draw those polka dots every single time. Same thing applies to animation. Getting them crispy designs in there. Hand animating this would suck. That sounds like the worst thing you could possibly do. Nobody hand animate Vera unless you get rid of the diamonds. Yeah, I'm doing the secret S technique, the universal S. And I'm just curving it along the form of his stomach so that it looks 3D. Yes, I did do it right. I got scared. That I did it wrong. Now we just connect it. There. You see how that sort of looks like those cable knits? I will put another one along here, but like, it looks like a cable knit sort of thing, a detail. But it's just the silly S that we all did in middle school. So like, don't even worry about it. We are chilling. I chillin' is callin'. I might even curve this out more like towards the outer edge. I think that will follow the form better. If there's one thing I am not great at, it is thinking in 3D. But obviously, I am trying. It is hard. I hate being bad at things. But sometimes you gotta be bad at things. Mediocrity is fine. Even fun. Sometimes it's just fun to be kind of horrible at things, you know? Like, to be bad at something and be okay with it. I think I was watching a art vlog saying something similar about how, like, they were trying pottery and they really wanted to be good at pottery because they are an artist, and they're like, of course I'm an artist, I will be good at pottery. But then they couldn't do what was in their head, and it was frustrating at first, but then it became like now, since I'm starting new, there's not really the pressure to be good, because I just started. Like, I think bringing that sort of mentality into stuff that you are good at, or stuff that you have been doing for a long time, I feel like that is a completely, like, healthy mindset to have. Like, it is okay to make mediocre stuff. It is okay to be not good. It is okay to not be okay, guys. It's okay to be just pretty good instead of being gifted child. Yeah. I might not keep that detail later, or I might use like a custom brush to do that later. But for now, it is good. I think for to give them a bit of asymmetry, I think I will give them just like a shoulder bag that is strapped across. This is my favorite way to give somebody asymmetry, especially D&D characters. Ooh, I love to slap a messenger bag onto a goblin. I literally just redesigned my long-standing D&D character who is a goblin, and I made her messenger bag different. She has a bag of holding, because, and my DM agreed to this, because she's stupid. She does not put actually important things in her bag of holding. She puts about 100 rats who raised her in the bag. She was raised by rats. She was totally a joke character at first, but literally she is my darling angel baby now. Her name is Screech. I just adore her. Like, one of my favorite characters I've ever made. It's a weird curve. Why's it curved like that? Like that's a little better. Yeah. I don't even like that. What the heck? Excuse me while I backspace a million times. There. Huh. I mean, I guess I could sling it over one shoulder again, like here. Just have it sort of loose, hanging like that. The other strap sort of dangling. Messenger bags don't have 2 straps. I feel like it would need to be higher on the shoulder to actually stay. Like that. I know it's hard to see because everything's the same color, but yeah, like that. I don't think I have changed anything, but I drew him in a different style. So, what's really important here? What if I was gonna say something, but I don't know what if I thought I would think of anything. I don't know, man. I kinda like it. I kinda just like how this is. Like, I want to make his eyes a little more closed, a little sleepier. But I think that's everything we got for today, guys. I think that's about time for us. I'd like to thank everyone who came and has since left for watching. Yeah. Overall, chillin', good time. My throat hurts. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Mwah.